everybody. This is Final Draft, aka Mike Bernstein. I'm here at the Cascade Pub. I'm assuming it's a pub, and I'm here with Peter New and with Andrew Francis, and we're going to do an impromptu interview here. We're going to talk, I don't know, random topics. So let me just take the camera from Peter here. This is Peter New, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And this is Andrew Francis.
Hey, everybody.
So we're having a nice pub interview here, and so first let me ask you two, and I'm going to try and zoom out.
Let's see if we can. So I have my beautiful motorcycle.
As you can see, this is a typical pub interview where, well, first of all, Andrew, what kind of helmet is that, and what does that brand name there imply?
This is the helmet for my lovely new Ducati motorcycle.
Have you been motorcycling for a long time, or is this something new to you?
I've been motorcycling for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Sold one of them, and I have my old motorcycle and have the new one, which I drive around, even in the rain.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's raining outside today, and I mean, you look out. I got a nice glance at your Ducati, and it is a very nice motorcycle.
Yeah, it's a good bike.
You got a glimpse at our Vancouver rain earlier tonight too, and you were. I saw on Twitter earlier that you were saying it was mostly light and then it went away.
It did. It did.
You got a glimpse of a reasonable rainfall.
I did.
Reasonable rainfall. I like.
Fortunately,
it's my band's name.
Yeah. Fortunately, it went away, which is my band's name. But sometimes
the comment section.
Sometimes that can last for days. And how did you feel about that?
You know, I found that in Vancouver the rain was quite indecisive. I'm used to decisive rain. It's either raining or it isn't.
Yeah, they say for the weather in Vancouver, wait 10 minutes and it'll all switch up.
You know, I went to college in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and they said the same thing there as well. But you know,
they say the same thing in a lot of places.
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Similar phrase. Similar phrase.
A lot of weird places.
Ah, yes, there we go. Well, so anyway, guys, since we are in Vancouver and you guys are hanging out, what would you say the influence of this city is on your acting experiences? Do you find that this environment has affected how you perform?
I don't see how it can't have affected how we perform. I mean, I grew up here. I don't know where the youth are. Yeah.
The what?
The what?
Those people.
Those people. I feel like whatever your experience is going to inform the way that you are as an artist. And so, but I don't know exactly how, because I'm not from anywhere else.
Do you find that the community here is supportive of artists?
Yes, I do.
Because that's been an observation that I've made as an outsider, that the community in Vancouver really is supportive of the arts and of acting and of, you know, of just anything creative.
I think that there's different sort of support. I think that like there's a lot of artistic support like on Main Street and sort of the east side of Vancouver. I think that in voice acting specifically is kind of an art that isn't known to many people here.
I feel like individual artists are very supportive of one another.
Yeah.
And I think there are communities in the world where the individual artists can be very competitive with one another. I think we're quite lucky that, you know, if he gets the job I auditioned for, I'm really happy for him.
Because there'll be 3 or 4 more jobs down the road.
That's what I'm still hoping.
Well, so you both voice characters on a certain show that a lot of the audience will have heard of. It's called My Little Horsey's. Horsey's Friendship is Special.
Oh, special.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And why don't you talk a little bit about your characters? Andrew, you play 2 characters that people know.
Yeah, from this latest season, Shining Armor, Twilight's older brother. He's a very noble dude. And then Mr. Braver from season 1.
Which character was more fun for you to perform?
Shining Armor is my favorite character. It's kind of the character that I have the most sort of connection with. The one that I have the most fun being an ambassador of.
What was the connection that you made with the character?
Shining Armor.
Was it just that you found the
character? He's a genuine spirit. He's a guy who cares a lot, has a lot of generosity and a lot of sort of. He's the older brother, you know, and getting to bring that sort of quality to especially to what we do, you know, where like there's a lot of younger fans of the show and going to, you know, conventions and meeting the fans and stuff. It's nice to have sort of a character that sort of resembles caring attitude. Me.
Yourself.
I love me.
And he resembles. He's handsome too.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that dashing guy. Well, so Peter, you play one character who's very, very well known.
Yes.
Who's also known for a limited lexicon, which I will not make you repeat. But
He mostly says Snoopy Doo.
yes.
And then he has a tirade monologue he likes to repeat a lot.
Well, you mentioned at one point in one interview that I heard that your favorite moment for Big Mac was when he got to chastise.
Yes.
And do you find that that's true of other characters that you've performed? That you like the dramatic over the comedic?
I like to chastise in real life.
It's true.
So,
Is that what you call it?
no, I mean, different characters have different things. I'm also, a lot of your viewers may know, I also play Sunil Nevla, the blue mongoose on Littlest Pet Shop. And,
yes.
And he's a bit cowardly. The two things I really enjoy with him are screaming like a little girl and when he confronts cobras, so he gets to fight. And I enjoy both of those things, so it's sort of character dependent. Big Mac is so reserved most of the time that it's fun to get an opportunity to say something at all, you know. So when he chastises the Cutie Mark Crusaders is very fun, and also when he gets to do the Snoopy Doo stuff with Miss Shirley was really fun because it was different. It was a breakout from the usual. And the same with Sunil. He's mostly just sort of tittering in the corners of Littlest Pet Shop. But every now and then he has an episode where, like in episode 4, he gets to fight the cobras, and that, you know, so that's the breakout. And it's fun as an actor to be able to play the thing that's occasional.
Well, you guys briefly mentioned the convention scene, and you know, as we record this in November of 2012, all of the major conventions this year have ended. What is your perspective now that you've seen kind of the Brony community in person, and what do you see going forward to 2013 for the community?
Well, I think the convention scene is only growing.
And I think it's awesome. I went to my very first, some of these actresses, you know, I don't know about you, but some actors have gone to many conventions, anime conventions and things over the years. BronyCon in July was my very, very first, and I've only been in Everfree Northwest and Candlewood Gardens in Ohio since then, and it's just been such a blast. All of it has been so enjoyable, and the fans have been so warm and receptive, and you know, I forget the question.
And you know, I think that there's so much more of that that's growing throughout the country. You're seeing fans realize that they like the show, and you're seeing more and more conventions coming together. And so for 2013, I mean, at the end of this year, for instance, like you know, in Ohio, that was sort of like kind of a late thing, and like it was a first time. You know, there's a lot of first time conventions. So I expect that for next year, there's probably going to be a lot of different places that we're going to have the opportunity to visit, and I think the fans in those cities are now going to have an opportunity to enjoy the show that they like, right? Which is a great part about that conventions can happen in every city, and there's no shortage, and there's no limit on how many there can be.
That's right. I'm excited about 2013. I have more than one hand's worth of conventions lined up, but only one that I can confirm at this time.
And which one is that?
It's Animate Miami in January of 2013. But there's many more than that, and I'm really looking forward to every single one of them. I hope it all works out. They're a blast.
What was the most surprising element of attending these conventions to you guys?
The fire.
The fire. Did it scare you? Did it scare you?
Not really. It was sort of a little fire.
Did you find that when you came back in the building later that it was a little dim, that they could, oh my. Did you find that when you came back in the building a little bit later that it was a little bit dim, that they could have used slightly more light?
No,
because I found that to be a problem.
I thought the most hilarious thing about it was sort of how, you know, we're doing this panel, and then somebody comes up to the front of the thing and says to me, okay, Peter, we have to cut this panel short. We're having a small fire issue, and then indicates the light. And I look up and I say in the microphone, people are lining up to ask questions of Lauren Faust and Megan McCarthy and Amy Keating-Rogers, and you know, nobody really has noticed this thing yet. But I interrupt them all and say, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a small fire. If you would please exit the building. And then people started to clear out and everything. But Megan and Lauren and Amy and I stayed on the stage. And what I thought was very entertaining was this moment where we sort of sat there, we watched the fire happening, and then if you go back and find the video of it, you'll see this happening. Megan leans over to me and says, should we leave? And I say, yes, I think we should. And then at which point we all decide, perhaps it's wise. Perhaps it's wise.
Decide to leave.
That we all leave the building. Not just, you know, we shouldn't sit here in the hopes that the panel continues. It's okay to leave the building.
Safety first, kids. Safety first.
Well, you two,
That's right.
you two play a.
That's right.
Say that again, could you?
That's right.
Nope.
Well, you two play a, and pardon the pun, a rarity on the show. You guys play male characters on what was originally intended to be a girls' show. What were your expectations going in as male characters on the show, and have those expectations changed because of the Brony fandom?
That's a good question. I don't think my expectations really changed all that much. I mean, going in for Shining Armor, I sort of knew what I was getting into. Well, in respect to the Brony community, I didn't know what I was getting to in that respect. But for the character, yeah, I knew there wasn't a lot of male characters in the show. I never really worked with Peter on the show before, so...
I don't think we've actually even been in a session together in Pony, have we?
In Pony, no. Not in Pony, no. We can't see what happens in season 3, but not so far. Yeah, I mean, I knew there was only going to be a few male characters, and I think that's kind of cool. You know, I think that's why we sort of get a little bit of a leg up. You know, I mean, the girls work their ass off, their buns off.
They're patookas.
They're patookas. They're in there all the time, and they're doing a lot of.
No, we can't say what happens in season 3, but they're in there all the time in the first 2 seasons.
Can you say? Can you say what happens in season 3?
I can say.
Wait, hold on.
I can say.
A moose.
We are in Canada.
Yeah, we are in Canada. Go ahead, I said it.
I don't know. I was just going to joke that was a good joke. Well, it's not good a joke.
No, but they're going to get that.
We can say what happens in season 3.
We can. I thought I'd moose it at first, just for fun.
Moose it.
I will tell you that what happens in season 3 is that a number of episodes occur. Most of the characters will appear in those episodes. There will be laughs. Some of them will be touching. And then there will be a finale.
Will it be as good as the season 2 finale?
Oh, better.
Really? I don't know if it could be better. I mean, that was a pretty good finale. Royal wedding? Come on.
Let's face it. Royal wedding? Nah. Right?
A little bit of a bias, perhaps.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, well, do you guys have any final thoughts for the Bronies that might be watching this?
I'm just doing a Ricky Gervais face.
It is a Ricky Gervais. That kind of makes him look like a gopher a little bit.
It does a bit, doesn't it? Final thoughts for the Bronies? Keep on being awesome, you guys. Seriously, you are an inspiration to me, and I think you ought to be an inspiration to the whole wide world, because this community is, I don't know, it's terrific, and I learned from you, and that means a lot to me.
No doubt, yeah. Keep coming out, keep coming and meeting us, so that you can get on the bandwagon, and we can all just be good friends and stuff. And
yeah,
we love it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. My mustache!
No, that's Lee. That's Lee. He's not.
Oh, he's not here.
He's not here. He's feeling sick.
He's on the other end of the telephone.
Yes, he is. He is.
Sick tonight.
All right. Well, everybody who's watching, this has been Andrew Francis, Peter New, and Final Draft. Signing off.